Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel, Shary from Black Dog Designs. And today I'm going to do a quick little video with Couture paste on our Aiden board. And it's the Club Couture transfer from April. It's a cute little Enjoy the Journey bicycle. I'm going to do it very simple and clean. So stick around and let's have some fun chalking. Okay, got to get everything switched back around here. Give me just a second. I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm seeing and that I can see what you're seeing to make it everybody's day easier. Nope. And we may get some shadows. If it's too hard to see, let me know, because I can close my blind. I've just got a west-facing window here to the right of me, and I get shadows through the trees. And so I'm all set up. I'm working with Couture Chalkology paste, reusable silkscreen transfers, and it's on our Couture Aiden board. I've done a previous project on this board and wiped it off, so now I'm changing it, and it'll hang on my wall behind me for a little while until I get ready to change it out again. So let me just set my pieces aside here. I've got a water bath ready because when you take your transfers off of your surface, you want to put them directly into water because it is a chalk product, chalk-based product, so they dry quickly. So you want to be sure to get it right into your water bath. And then what I do after that is when I'm done, I take it to my sink right there in the bathroom, rinse it really, really good in cold water, and then you wipe both sides, the front side, and then the back side with a Clorox or Lysol disinfectant wipe, and let it dry sticky side up. You'll see these are, like I said, a silk screen transfer. And so you just want to make sure you get that silk screen really clean every time, and you can use these over and over again. When a transfer is new, I have used this one, but I'll demonstrate it for you anyway. When a transfer is new, we like to take and label the back so you know, because the back side is a flat paper finish and the front side is glossy. So when you put your transfer back on there, that's the side you want to put it on. So label whatever. I could have written wheels, but I just put the back on that one. And if this was a new transfer, you'd want to fuzz it, which means I don't have a little towel here by me. I'll just use my apron. You just run your transfer either over your shirt, a towel, your apron, just to get some of the stickiness off of the back, because if you're doing it on a hard surface such as glass or chalkboard or metal, something that's a real hard surface, if you don't fuzz your transfer first, it's going to be really hard to get off of your surface, and you're going to stretch it and you're going to decrease the life of your transfer. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got all the bubbles out and that I have my bicycle the right way. I'm going to measure just to make sure that I'm in the basic ballpark. 3/4 inch. Come over this way a little bit. I was making a tote bag for myself last week with this, and I guess I wasn't paying attention well enough, and I had the wheels upside down. So I couldn't figure out why in the world I couldn't make it work to put the rest of the project together, and then it occurred to me why I couldn't, because my bike was upside down. I'm just sharing my my YouTube to my Facebook page. Okay, real quick. I think that looks like it's centered just a little bit better. Give it a 2. It looks centered to me, but I still keep thinking I need to come over this way slightly. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I like it to be centered as best I can. So if this is your first time joining me, welcome. My name is Shary and I'm with Black Dog Designs. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend with me, whether you're going to hop on live or watching this on the rerun. Thinking that's looking like it's pretty centered. Sometimes with the angle of the camera it's a little hard to tell. Yep, we're just going to go with that. That looks good enough to me. So I'm going to do a lot of white and some pink, and a little bit of green for some of the flowers. So right now what I'm going to do is just mix up my first color, which is my white. Just put lotion on my hands and I can't get it off. And it's good practice when you're working with Couture, the Chalkology paste and the ink, particularly the ink, but both, to always keep a baby wipe handy, just to keep your fingers clean so you don't transfer it onto your surface. If you get in the habit of doing that, here I go again, one more time. I'm going to call that good. Right there. So you want to get the bubbles out because you want a nice smooth seal around your silk screen. You don't want your product to bleed outside of where you want it. I'm going to take and put just, where is my water? Oh, there it is. I put it away. Ooh, it's getting warm here. Being a west-facing window, I get all the afternoon sun in here, which is wonderful because it's a nice, bright, sunny room. But it is warm here in Big Pine, California. We don't have our cooler hooked up yet, so. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. What you want is your Chalkology paste to be a yogurt-like consistency. And I'd say that's pretty good. Maybe just another little spritz of water. Doesn't take much. Just do little at a time. So I'm just going to take and spread my Chalkology paste around a tiny bit. Couture also has inks now. They just released inks in March. The inks can be permanent if they're heat set onto apparel and ceramic. They're really a lot of fun. I love the inks. And the paste, such as I'm working with here, can be permanent if you would like it to be. You just, once you're finished with your project, you seal it with a Krylon clear sealer. Otherwise, if you don't, which I won't be sealing this one today, it dries real dry. It's not like a chalk on a chalkboard. You can run your hands over and it doesn't go anywhere. But when you're ready to change your project out, you just squirt it with water, let it sit a minute, wipe it up, clean off your board, and you're ready to go again. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling this product across my silk screen. You do not need to worry about getting anywhere else except where your silk screen material is. The chalk paste dries fairly quickly, so you want to work quickly and efficiently. Make sure everything's covered. Get good coverage. Wipe off your excess. Wipe your excess back into your container. You can reuse it as long as you're not mixing it with another color. I'm making sure I have all my excess off. You'll get lines. Try to go, ooh, I had a little air bubble right there that I did not catch. Possibility I may be able to fix that. If not, it's not a big deal. You can always wipe this off and go back over it. Sometimes those little air bubbles can be kind of tricky and sneaky. So I'm just wiping off the excess. I'm going to go down this direction, make sure I don't have any air bubbles, any lines. And we'll pull this one off and move on to the next piece. I'm going to have to let this dry before I can put the other layer, and this particular one has several layers, but I can move on to other things. So you want to pull top to bottom or right to left, left to right. You just don't want to pull corner to corner on the bias because these transfers are, it's a material, oh shoot, see? Some of that may cover up, but you know what? I'm not worried about it. It's just a little smudging, and what I can do, I'm going to drop this right in my water bath, excuse me. What I can do with that, I don't even have to redo the transfer. I can come back in with a Q-tip and some Spray-Way window cleaner, dab a little bit of Spray-Way on my work surface, get in there with my Q-tip, and it'll be just fine. It's just for me, it's for my craft room, so if I was going to make it to sell at an event, I would definitely redo it. Okay, now I'm going to do the Enjoy the Journey. I've got the back of that labeled. I think this is a super cute transfer. When you become a Couture designer, you are sent a transfer a month ahead of time, a month before they're actually available to the public. So we get a chance to play with them and use them and try them out prior to the public seeing them. But this was the April one, so it is available. You know what? It might have come in the April starter kit. But I got mine as an April. So I don't know that this one's available yet. It may be available the first part of May. If somebody really would like to know, please leave me a comment. I'm not seeing comments if anybody's commenting. So if you are, I don't see them. So if you want to leave a comment or ask a question, feel free. And I can get an answer for you. Okay, so that looks good. Again, make sure all your air bubbles are out. And sometimes you think they are, but they're not because they're sneaky little devils. We're watching our youngest grandson this weekend. He's 1.5 years. Mom and Dad they went down south, down to Irvine for some kind of comedy show, I believe. So he is in my room taking a nap, and my husband's puttering around on the truck, so I've had this transfer sitting here for about a week trying to get to it, but I was busy with my other grandkids this last week. So it's just been a little hectic, and I haven't had much time to get anything done. So now I'm doing it. My poor neighbor behind me thinks I'm crazy, sitting here talking to myself, but oh well. I'm not closing the windows, it's too hot. So again, I'm just going over this silk screen transfer. If you're just joining me, this is Couture Chalkology paste on a silk screen transfer. Will be temporary because I can squirt this off and reuse it. I could make it permanent if I wanted to, but it's just for my own home decor. I think we got the bubbles out pretty good in that one because I didn't feel anything. So again, wipe off the excess. pull up my transfer. Looks easier than it is, huh? Enjoy the journey. I love the white Chalkology paste on the blackboard. That one ran through a little bit too. I've used this quite a few times, and I think my transfer might be a tad stretched out. What I need to do now, I'm going to go in with a little bit of heat. Actually, let me just cover this up for a second. I'm going to be doing more white. Just going to go in with a low blow dryer, set fairly cool, and dry this layer so I can go in with my second layer. If you're just joining in, thanks for joining me. Doing a little Chalk Couture project today, quick and easy. I've got my first layer down, a little bit of smudging here, but I'm not worried about it because what isn't covered up, I can go back in with my Q-tip, a little spray away, and it'll be gone. And I'm pulling my transfer again off of the front of the transfer carrier sheet. This one is got a little stick to it, so I'm going to go ahead and fuzz this one on my apron, which means I'm just going to run my transfer over my apron, kind of unstick it just a little bit, fuzz it up a little. If you're hopping on or joining in and you don't really know what I'm doing, or you're curious about what I'm doing, I've got a link below. And you can check out my website, it's my store. You can shop from there. You can join my team from there. If you're not sure and you just are kind of curious and have questions, just leave a comment and I'll be happy to answer you. I'll be happy to do whatever I can to help you out and answer any questions that you might have. I think this looks pretty good. It's kind of hard to get it perfectly centered without being slightly off. So I'm going to go like this. Shoot for that. Does that look level? Thinking it's just slightly, yeah, it isn't level. Whoops. It is not level. Hope I don't pull my paste up, but nope, I'm good. This little transfer is super adorable, but it can be a little bit of a booger. Okay, looks good to me. Let me go ahead and run my large squeegee over it. If you are curious about this product and you go to my website, I've got the link below. You can look at the store. You can see the transfers we have available, the Chalkology paste we have available, the inks, the boards, the accessories, everything you need to start chalk pasting, chalk painting, not chalk painting, chalk pasting, and inking is right there in the store. I almost spelled that. That would not have been good. Going as quick as I can here for you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I'm going to take my ink now and we're going to ink our bicycle. And don't worry if you want your seat or your handlebars, your basket to be a different color, because there's another layer you can put over this. I've already got them cut out and ready to go. I wanted mostly black and white for this. I'm going to do some color in the flowers, but I'm really trying to keep this just very classic and elegant black and white with some color in my flowers. I just found an outside rug at Joann's a couple weeks ago, and it's got the cutest little bike on it. So one of these days, maybe, I don't have all the colors I'd need for that. Otherwise, I probably would have tried it, but. So again, just spreading my ink sort of one way and then another way. Not my ink, my Chalkology paste. Quickly get it on, get it off, into the water bath. Start at my corner. Again, easy for me to say. Try to start at my corner. Gosh, sometimes those just don't want to come up. Okay, here we go. Okay. Voila, my cute little bicycle. So we're going to have to get that dry. Again, that transfer is going right into the water bath. They'll soak in there until I can get them straight into the bathroom and get them washed off. Let's see, what have I decided? Okay, I'm going to hit this with a hair dryer. Cover my white paste back up so it doesn't dry out on me. While I dry this, I'll go ahead and put my banner back up. That's just a link to my store. You can shop from there. You can join my team. Don't forget to hit subscribe and share my video. I appreciate it. Luckily, the ink dries pretty quick. If anybody's on commenting, I can't see it. I've yet to figure out in Switcher Studio when I'm YouTube Live, I can't find where to bring the comments in. I can find them when I do Facebook Live, but not when I do YouTube Live. So I know it's probably a pretty simple fix, but if there are comments, I can see them after. And I'd be happy to answer any questions anybody has, or just read through your comments. Just want to make sure this layer is good and dry. And then I'll go in. I think I'm going to keep the basket white, and I want pink flowers, and I might maybe make the seat and the handlebars pink. I haven't decided yet. Dries pretty quickly. Just want to make sure we're good and dry. I'm going to have to get a hold of Ken Hess. He's my sponsor. He's who I signed up under, and ask him how I find my comments when I'm doing YouTube Live from Switcher Studio, because I know he can help me with that. I just got my husband interested in Switcher Studio yesterday. So now that he's seen how it works, he's a little bit curious about it. And we've actually got his iPad and his phone set up so we can record from him as well. And I'll put the link to, I use an Archon stand that holds my iPhone and my phone. Put that link below for you. I'll put the link to Switcher Studio if you want to take a look and see what that's all about. Okay, so I'm going to stir up my pink just a little bit. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to do some pink flowers. I think I want to do a pink seat and pink handlebars. I may do another white basket. And that's a really good consistency. I don't have to stir that up any or put any more water in that. It's a nice yogurt-like consistency. Let's see. What I'm going to do. Let's go. These little dudes, you can pick them up and use them and kind of put them around quickly. Doesn't take much. I didn't want this to be overly gaudy, but I wanted it to have a little bit of color. Same thing there, just come in, cover your little flower, make sure you're scraped nice and clean. I went off the transfer a little bit there, but again, that's no big deal. Oh, you know what, I forgot that flower was wet. So let me set that right there. Because this transfer comes with this extra little basket, and I want to put that right here. And that little basket is going to be pink. Nope, that little basket's going to be white. Trying to keep a real clean line here today, guys. And I have a question. If there is anybody watching that is a part of Couture, I would really appreciate it if you could tell me on this transfer what this little piece right here goes to. Can you see it? Because I'm not sure. I keep trying to figure out and I can't figure out where it goes. So that's just a baby wipe right there. I'll go over that flower again once it dries so you won't see that. So not a big deal. I'm going to do my little basket in white. A few smudgy cleanups to do once I finish this project, but it's not a big deal. I'll post a link to my Facebook page so you can see my finished product once I get it cleaned up and hung up, if you want to check it out on my Facebook page. I'll put it there. That right into the water because I don't need that again. Come here, you. Again, another little smudge. Easy peasy to fix. Even if it dried, I can still get it with a little water and a Q-tip or some spray away. Either way works. little smudged, but that's okay. I'm going to wipe this transfer off. I don't want it to get too... Don't want my chalk paste to start to dry on there because it is such a small transfer. I'm just wiping it off a little as I let those layers dry. Come in and do my, I don't think I'll do any more white. So I can put my white lid back on. See, these are the little handlebars, the extra handlebars if you want to change up the color. Fuzz them. I'm going to fuzz them a little bit on my apron just so it's not so sticky. Excuse my head, I'll probably have to come in here. And I don't know if there's a way that they fit. The backs of these transfers can be so sticky. It's just a corner, so I'm not too worried about it. Looks like it may... You may see a little pink outside of the handlebar there, but not a big deal. These projects are so versatile and so easily fixed if you do make a mistake or your product gets where you don't want it. Cute pink handle. And now I'm going to do, where is it? A pink seat. Just tying a little bit of pink in it since I don't have a whole lot of color. I'm putting a little bit of greenery into a few more pink flowers, and then when I end my video, I will go in and do a final clean. Probably come back and set that as my thumbnail picture for this once it's completed. So where's everybody watching in from today? Even if you see this later on the replay, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you've heard about Couture, or if you are currently a demonstrator and do Couture, or if you don't know what the heck it is but you're curious. Give me a holler. I'll help in any way that I can. Okay. Come back in, another little pink flower here. Ooh, that sun's coming in on me and it's hot. Can't complain though. 70s are pretty darn nice. Let's get down in here with a little pink flower. Working quickly to try to get these on and off real quick. Gotta let them dry. The only problem with that little bit there is do a little flower there like they're coming off the back of the bicycle. Oops. I didn't have that one set down very good. Smeared a little on me, but that's okay. So quiet outside, I can hear my birds chirping. Maybe I'll come back in. Do one more there, get a little bit of greenery on it, and we'll be done. Sometimes it's kind of hard to talk and chalk at the same time, so if I can see comments and I can interact with people, it makes it a little bit easier, but still figuring that out. I need one more right in the middle, but I gotta let that dry. I'm gonna put just a couple more down in this little basket guy here. I've really seen some pretty boards that people have done with these bikes and this transfer. Again, this is the April Club Couture transfer. Those of us that are designers get it a month ahead of the public. So this is our newest transfer. I could be wrong, correct me if I am wrong, but I believe it'll probably be for sale in the store the first part of the month. If you're interested in Chalk Couture, interested in talking about it, finding out about it, there's a link right there to my online store. You can shop there, you can join from there, you can leave me questions or comments there. And any of these little smears that I have or imperfections, those things can be fixed afterwards with a Q-tip and just a little bit of water. No, I'll probably use the spray way just to make sure that it doesn't bleed through with the water. Now just put a little bit of greenery in here. Dry enough, should be. Coming in with it. So what I've used today is just the white, the bubblegum pink, and evergreen for leaf and a couple leaves here, and we'll be done. And the combinations of colors you can do this in, and the ideas, possibilities are endless. Just use your imagination. Don't try to do it like somebody else's. Make it your own. Because your own version of you is always going to be better than trying to be a version of somebody else. Gotta stick my head over here and wipe off one of my squeegees that I've been using the white on. Got a little dry on me. Clean wipe, dry off my hand. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know I didn't chat a lot, but just trying to get this done efficiently and quickly with as little cleanup as possible. But if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Share if you think you know somebody that might be interested in this product or looking into this. It's really a lot of fun. It's a fun way to do home decor at an affordable price. you can do what you want. You don't have to pay the high prices at these stores to get pretty home decor that you can be proud of, that you've made yourself for yourself or as gifts. They make quick, cute, a little piece of dried chalk paste there. Cute gifts. That one in the water bath. I got a full water bath. I got a lot of transfers today. One more little leafy guy and we'll let you guys go. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you like this video and you want to see more similar videos, let's see, where can I do this guy? Yeah, I think I'll I don't know if I want to add that. I think I'm going to come back in and add a few more flowers, probably around the ends of the leaf, clean up a little bit of the mess, and then I'll put a link to my Facebook page below if you want to go see the finished product. I'll put a photo there for you, and I'll get the links in of the camera equipment I use, the stand I use, and the products that I've used here today. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I think it came out really cute. Let me try to show you in the sun. It's very simple, very elegant, not a lot of colors, but that's what I was going for. So I will let you guys go. Thanks again for being here. And again, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share my video. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye.